Hello, my wonderful, amazing artists. It's me, Miss Abby, your art teacher, and today we are traveling underwater for art class. We are gonna make art inspired by coral reef fish that you might see in Finding Nemo or in rainbow fish or all those wonderful, or wild crats and all those wonderful places, because I love how art can give us a chance to travel places we may not be able to go. I can't breathe underwater, but I can draw pictures of fish inspired by the ocean. Today, we're gonna create pattern fish. Now, I know a lot of us in kindergarten know how to identify patterns. Like this fish is in a A-B pattern. Orange, green, orange, green, orange, green, orange, green. So today, we're gonna draw a picture of fish. For this project, you need a piece of paper, a pencil so you can erase in case you make a line that you're not so happy with, and your choice of drawing tool, whether that is, or coloring supplies, whether that's markers, oil pastel from the art kit, or crayons, up to you. And optionally, if you want to cut it out at the end, you can. So for that, you'll need a pair of scissors. Let's get started. Okay, so I know I said that we're using a pencil so that we can erase, but so that you guys can see, I am gonna use a blue marker. That way it's easier to see. And fish, they come in lots of different shapes and sizes. This one's like an oval shape, this angelfish inspired one. The porcupine fish is a big old circle, and I actually traced a paper plate for that. So the first step is to do the base shape. This one I'm gonna do more of a long and skinny fish. A good starting point, if you're not sure how to draw the shape of a fish, is to do kind of a long, skinny, like a football shape. And fish, begins with the letter F, as does football. So it's really helpful for our kindergartners. Step 2 is I'm going to add all my fishy details. You can choose marker or pencil. I think a pencil's smart because of this magic eraser it's got. And so we're adding an eye so the fish can see. And this is the profile view. So from looking from the side, you can only see one eye. If we were looking at the fish head on, you would see both eyes. So I'm just doing one. And got a little fishy smile, some gills to help him breathe, a triangle fin, a triangle tail, another triangle fin, and then I'm going to give him 2 triangle fins on the bottom. But this you can personalize. Choose your own adventure. Fish look all a little bit different. Sharks have that big one at the top. Ta-da! Here's my fish so far. Now before I add any color, I'm going to add a texture onto my fish. Because fish are not covered with fur. They're not covered with fur like a dog or a cat, and they're not covered with feathers like a bird. A lot of fish are covered in scales, like in rainbow fish, remember? And I'm going to show you real quick how I like to create scales. A scale-like texture so that it looks like you could reach out and feel the fish. And that is with one shape. The letter C repeated over and over again. And I like to start at the tail. See that? Just a wavy line, and if you want to practice, you can flip to the back and use that as a practice to practice your scales and maybe try different sizes. Not all fish are covered in scales. If you are drawing a shark or a porcupine fish, you can skip this step because those don't have scales. Here is my fish all covered in scales, and the next step is to color in our fish. Now I'm gonna add a pattern to mine because mine's a colorful coral reef fish like this guy right here. And I'm gonna add a pattern of colors repeating. And I'm gonna use my crayons. I'm gonna do an ABC, ABC, ABC pattern with 3 colors. Here's my fish, and I used my hot, warm, spicy colors, the warm colors, red, orange, and yellow. And I did a pattern. I did orange, yellow, red, orange, yellow, red, orange, yellow, red. And I blended and layered in the front because my fish, I wanted to create a fire fish because I thought that was pretty cool. Because fish swim in water and fire's like the opposite of water. This next part is optional. If you want to practice your scissor skills, you can carefully cut out your fish. So when I do the bubble cut, what I do is I cut a big bubble around the fish and then I cut out the details. Let me show you. I carefully cut off the big pieces of paper first. Now I'm going to take my scissors and cut into all these nooks and crannies and details. Ta-da! Here is my fishy. I cut it out first. I cut it out, and I think next I'm thinking I want to like maybe attach this to a piece of cardboard or hang it up somewhere. I'm very proud of this. I would love to see what you try and how you get inspired by fish in the coral reef. So your art challenge today is to create a fish, drawing a fish, give it a pattern, and if you want, you can cut it out. I know kindergartners love practicing their scissors, and it looks awesome when you cut it out. So I'd love to see you give this a try. Bye, have fun making art.